Hi there, I'm Mike. What I have for you today is Star Wars The Black Series, number 36, Chirrut Imwe. Chirrut appeared in last December's Rogue One, the first anthology movie from the Star Wars universe. New movieverse? Extended universe? Anyway, we're going to talk about the Black Series Chirrut because he's actually one of my favorite characters from the Rogue One movie. Here he is out of the box, and this is basically how I have him posed on my shelf because I just snatched him right off to do this review. He's portrayed by Donnie Yen, a well-known Asian actor who's in a lot of great movies. You can look him up on IMDb if you want to. I'm not going to list them all here, but go watch some. He does some good stuff. In this movie, he actually plays what's called a Guardian of the Will. Our heroes find him on Jedha when he identifies the Kyber crystal that Jyn Erso is carrying around for some reason. I know there's some backstory, but come on, like in the movie, was it really ever explained? Now, before I get too much into this, I do want to point out that I am a die-hard Star Wars fan, but Rogue One is probably the movie I've seen the least, and therefore my knowledge isn't the best on it, and I'm doing most of this off the top of my head. So if I say something wrong, feel free to correct me in the comments below. And now that I've said that, if I say something wrong, I'll have 40 comments all correcting something that I said because I called it out on my video. But you know what? I deserve it. I'm just accepting it right now. I deserve it. Back to Chirrut. He's kind of Force sensitive. He's blind, so he definitely has some sort of connection to the Force because he sees and shoots and fights way better than he should, especially for a blind guy. I know in Rebels, spoiler alert if you haven't been watching Rebels, at the end of season 2, Kanan got blinded and he used the Force to still fight and see and things, but this guy doesn't have nearly the Force powers that Kanan has, but he still manages to fight and see Kyber crystals under shirts. Can he see other things under girls' shirts? This figure right here pretty faithfully actually recreates Donnie Yen's look. It looks like him, and that's about as high a praise as you can really get. You want your figure to look like the actor if it's portraying someone who is played by an actor. As far as the rest of him, there's actually a lot of great detail on him. He has a lot of like belts and pouches. I think the Hasbro did a really good job right here balancing the detail of hard molded plastic versus the posability that comes with soft goods. As far as accessories goes, he comes with this long cane, which through playing with it, I found splits in half. For some reason, I don't know why. There's a hole in this side that this plugs into, and I checked to see if a lightsaber would plug into there. It does not. The lightsaber hilts that come with Black Series figures they don't plug into this at all. I watched the movie again after seeing this. He never does this in the movie that I saw. He doesn't split it in half and use it as like a baton or anything. This comes in half for some reason. His other accessory is his light bow caster thing. Again, I haven't really researched this and I probably should have. I don't know if this is really related to like the Wookiee bowcasters, if it's like the same kind of technology that Wookiees use. This actually comes off in two pieces, and they do that because in the movie he kind of holds it this way or this way. This way or this way? This way? Like a bow, or this way, like a crossbow. And for an accessory, this actually has a lot of articulation. That's really weird that we have an accessory with articulation. And you know, he can hold it. His right hand is molded, so it does fit on the trigger finger here, but I just don't like displaying him with this. I don't like the way it looks. I actually don't really like the idea of this, and it's just kind of weird that he can use it so well. Like, he took out a TIE fighter with this thing. How powerful is this thing? And where does he keep it? Could someone explain that to me? Seriously, where does he keep this? He travels around, but I don't see him carrying it over his shoulder. He doesn't put it in a back. He just kind of pulls it out when he needs it. But it's not a big deal. I mean, he pulls it out when he needs it, and he shoots down TIE fighters with it. I prefer simple, unassuming Chirrut Imwe with the staff, and I always have him posed kind of looking off to the side because he's blind, so he can't really see things. It looks like he's blind if he's not looking the same direction as everybody else. That being said, let's take a look at his articulation a little more closely. Head is on a swivel and a hinge, allowing for that much movement back and that much movement forward. Arm moves out that much, moves all the way around. Single jointed elbow, wrist swivel, hinge on the wrist that goes this way, hinge on this wrist that goes this way. Diaphragm movement that allows for a little bit of a swivel, but it is hindered by the figure. It goes forward that much, back not at all. Legs move out that much, back that much. Double jointed knee, out to the side that much. Upper thigh swivel, ankle hinge, and a crazy ankle rocker. That doesn't look right. With this being about as wide as you can get his legs with his feet both flat on the ground. although it is hindered also by his hard molded plastic cape. So pretty standard for a Black Series figure. I really can't complain too much. I really like this figure. The problem you're gonna have right now is finding him. I personally have never seen this figure in stores, not once. I had to order him off Entertainment Earth, and he was like $22 or $23. He was a little bit more than a normal priced figure that I would have found in the wild, but you know, there's this balance you have to hit where how much gas are you spending versus how much time are you spending looking for him versus just ordering him offline and not worrying about it. So that's the route I did with this. He looks great on my shelf. He looks great with the rest of my Rogue One figures. I don't know if they're gonna come out with any more Rogue One figures now that we have The Last Jedi coming out this year. There's not a lot of breathing room for action figure releases there, and the Black Series still has so many more figures to release. I have a whole nother wish list of figures I'd like to see that I'll make a video for. This figure is great. Out of 5, which is a much easier rating to give something than out of 10, I'm gonna give him a full 5 out of 5. He looks like he should, he moves like he should, he has the accessories that he should. I really can't imagine a better Chirrut Imwe figure. He looks exactly like Donnie Yen. So if you can find him and you want to collect Rogue One figures, I highly recommend picking him up. So that's it for this video. Let me know down in the comments what you thought of it. Like, share, subscribe if you want to. If you like this shirt, I got it from Ripped Apparel. Use my name, Mike Case, for 10% off there if you want to buy shirts from them. And that's it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye.